Good day, people of the internet. This is GW2 Basics, and today we're looking at the Uncategorized Fractal, or the Harpy Fractal, or possibly even known as the Cat Fractal. So as soon as you get in here, you're going to have to start platforming up these platforms to get to the very top. And as you're going, you have to fight these Harpy Archers, well, Harpy Hunters. And as you can see, they are launching not only arrows at you, but these electrified orbs that will knock you down. So stability will get you through that, as well as reflects are good at these points, at this point, where you can reflect the arrows and the giant orb itself. If you have anyone who can provide stealth to the whole group, this will also get you through this area. And you should use ranged options for this, so you can avoid the big orbs easily, but you can do melee. You just need to account for these are small platforms, so any melee that is lots of movement, it will affect your... well, it will knock you off if you do too much movement. So we're progressing along here. There's a chamber coming up that will lead to the first set of bosses. Oh, and all the footage here is going to be sped up. The fighting trash mobs is going to be sped up at twice the speed, and bosses are going to be sped up at about 150 speed. We're coming up here to the first bosses. As you would have seen, we just killed a white rabbit. That's the first boss you want to kill because it will one-shot anyone. We're then going after the bandit saboteur because she drops bombs and she will every so often evade attacks. So kill her second. Now we're going after the flame shaman. This guy you want to kill because he'll drop fire fields, and I think he has a knockback skill as well. He also has a bunch of fire attacks like launching these fireballs. After we kill the flame shaman, we're going to be going after the Etten, who has shockwaves and various skills you see common Ettens having in the open world. I'll just let it play for a bit so you can see how this fight's progressing. Oh, and it's best to take on these characters at range, because if you melee the Fire Shaman, he'll just drop all the fire fields around him, dealing damage to everyone there. And the Etten has a lot of close quarter AoE skills, like the shockwave that's all around him, that's churning earth if you're an elementalist. And he's just got very AoE acting skills, so you might want to take him on with range, or have very evading-like skills and dance around him in melee. We're almost done with this fight. So then, after we get done with this fight, we're going to be going up those stairs you see in front of us, behind the Ettens, and we're going to be fighting some Harpies. The amount of Harpies you fight there is going to vary. You can fight maybe, like, 1 or 2 Harpies. I've seen 3 Harpies spawn there. I've seen also no Harpies spawn there for some reason. Just depends on the luck of the Fractal. And then after that, we're going to get into a stairway, which I'll go over once we get there. So we got like another 20 seconds, it looks like. Okay, now we're heading to the stairs. And we got 2 Harpies. So just take care of these trash mobs. They're very easy. You don't have to worry. Well, you do have to worry about the knockback skill, but it's not as bad as fighting them on the platforms. Okay, now we're getting to the point where I've kept it at the video at normal speed, just so you can see how I go about this. Now the stairs is going to be electrified, sending these beams. These beams can be blocked, and they can be evaded through. I just got lucky where I was behind an engineer who took all the bolts. So what I do is I go up there and, well, sprint up, use the blocks, dodge through them. Very easy. Once you get to the top, there are these 3 consoles. You need 3 players to actually go to them, press F. Once all 3 of these consoles are activated, the beams will stop going, and your character will be rooted down to the ground for a little bit, so you don't have characters popping off all of those consoles without everyone else. Now we're coming up here to the first boss, well, big boss fight, and we're going to be dying in this first set because one of us touched the floor or got too close to the boss, and it set off all the gas in the room and killed us. Yep, right there. I'm not sure if that was me setting off the gas or not, but yeah, so the way this room works is you need to kill the boss, but you have to deal with all this gas. There are 3 consoles in the corners of the room. 2 of them are the batteries, or 2 batteries, and 1 console is the on switch for the fan. The fan gets rid of all the poisonous gas, which, as you can see, easily kills you. So you need to go around the corners grabbing these Tears of Dwayna in high-level fractals. Otherwise, in low fractals, you just hit the fan, and you see the blue bars show that the fan can be activated. Don't activate the fan and then attack the boss. Attack the boss first and then activate the fan, or else it might glitch out the gas in the room. As you can see, the boss can pull you in with his fist or do these poison projectiles. The poison projectiles I don't think can be reflected, and as you can see here with the fan, moving on. As soon as these bars drop all the way and it should turn red if you don't have people put batteries in. Or just clear, I'm not quite sure which. The fans will stop and gas will come in the room. So you have to reset the fan every time, and in higher levels, the Tears of Dwayna that you're putting into these consoles will get consumed, so you have to put a new set in. That's why we were grabbing those Tears of Dwayna and putting them by the fans. Okay, we killed the boss. I'm really sorry if I'm talking too fast for you guys. Now we're heading on to the second platforming section. There are more harpies here, and it's the same method as last time, but now you're going to have to deal with these little force fields. They stay up, it's just a clear force field that you might not be able to see through. You can make it through this whole platforming in combat, so you don't have to worry too much about being in or out of combat. And also, if you guys are wanting to see how to progress through this fractal without me doing the commentary, you can slow down the YouTube video in the settings, and you can see how it's progressed through in normal speed. We got a little bit more until we get to the next boss section. The next boss is the Raving Azura. He's a boss that has a force field, so we can't do any damage to him, and we're not supposed to mess with that Azura at all. We're supposed to mess with 4 golems he has. You'll see them in a little bit. So we're getting close there. So you can kind of see the golems from here. They're the golems. Each of these golems are going to activate one after another after we kill them. Then, after we kill them all, then they'll all activate and we have to take care of them. You want to just hone in on one golem and take it out. Each of these golems have different abilities, and some of them need to be taken out a lot faster than others. The Raving Azura, will launch these orbs. They cause agony, and they can be reflected. You'll see that in a bit in the video. This blue golem, Professor Mew, he will debuff everyone. He'll charge everyone to be positive or negative. And if a positive and negative person are next to each other, you'll both start taking damage. Right there you saw me reflecting the Raving Azura's bolts. But if 2 positive and 2 negative people, well, I'm negative right now. If I was next to another negative person, we wouldn't be taking any damage. Yeah, I'm sorry if I'm talking really fast. So, we got a little bit left of this boss fight. Oh, and I do believe the blue golem will give all other golems the armor buff. I don't know what is off the top of my head. I think it's protection. That's it. So if you kill that golem, all other golems will lose their protection. Yeah, that's kind of essentially what the boss fight is. And we'll just wait for this to wrap up, and we'll get to the cutscene that happens in this fight. Okay, here we go. We just got the cutscene completed. Well, Fractal completed. So if you enjoyed the video, hit like, comment, subscribe. Hit me up on the Twitters and the comment section below, and have a day.